Hello students, let's have a very brief recap that I, I had explained yesterday. Parts of a speech. You can gauge the importance of parts of a speech just knowing that each word in a sentence belongs to a parts of a speech, and each parts of a speech has a certain position and a function. A word may belong to different parts of a speech. The meaning of a word may change as per the changing parts of a speech. So just you can see the broad extension of parts of a speech, that is tense, voice, modal verb, terminus, all comes under it. Next, noun, as I have already explained, that a noun is the name of person, place, object, event, fact, action, state. Fact, action, state, quality, feeling, element, etc. In, in very brief, the name of anything is noun. Next comes feature and functions of noun. Noun can be changed into plural. Proper noun starts with the capital letter. But the most important thing that I had discussed yesterday was the usage, the proper function of noun. That is, noun is used either as a subject or as an object. Now, actually, it is true that basically noun is used either as a subject or as an object. But the same noun also comes at different positions. They are first complement, then after preposition, and finally as an opposition also. So here I am just explaining noun as a complement. When a noun comes after a linking verb, or there are two types of verb, verb of action, and the second one is verb of a state. So if a noun comes after a verb of a state, that is a linking verb, it it functions as a complement. Linking verb, that is, are, am, was, were, seem, look, feel, etc. It is called complement. For example, Milan is the most popular city of Italy. Milan, the most popular city of Italy, has come after each. So this is complement. The fastest, the fastest gust of a wind ever recorded on Earth was 253 miles. 253 miles has come after was, so it is also complement. Dentistry. Dentistry is the oldest profession in the world. The oldest profession in the world has come after each, so it is also complement. Similarly, my sister did not seem very pleased. It seems a foolish decision now. Every person looks tired after hard work. My mother's hand feels soft to me. Above all, we should be quite clear that when a noun comes after transitive verb, that is eat, play, read, it is object. Or the verb of action, as I have already told you. But I will discuss this later because there are two types of verb of action. Okay, leave it here. It is object, while when it comes after linking verb, that is a verb of a state, is or am, it is complement. So regarding complement, do you have any question, students?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So is it quite clear
No, sir.
that object
Yes.
comes after
Yes, sir.
verb, main verb, and
Yes.
complement comes after is or am? Okay. Then noun after preposition and adverb. When I had given you the homework, you committed the same mistake. Most of you used noun after preposition instead of after transitive verb. So if a noun comes after transitive verb, it is an object. And if it comes after preposition, it is noun after preposition. Students, listen to me very carefully. Actually, both are objects. But one is the object to a verb, and the second is the object to a preposition. A verb also takes object, and a preposition also takes object. So if a noun directly comes after verb, it is object to verb. And if a noun comes after preposition, it is object to preposition. And when it comes after preposition, it functions like an adverb. Actually, how actually adverb functions, I will explain you in the chapter adverb. But here, very primarily, you should know that adverb tells time, place, manner, region. Time, place, manner, region. So if a noun comes after preposition, it will functions like an adverb, means it will tell you either time of the action, place of the action, manner of the action, or finally region of the action. So any question from here?
No, sir.
Is it clear?
No, sir.
Good. And finally, opposition.
Yes.
You need to actually understand that first, you use noun as a subject, as a simple subject. And then, if you want to elaborate the subject briefly, you want to introduce the subject, then you can use another noun. And that noun will be called opposition. For example, Mr. KJ Rao. You want to say something more about Mr. KJ Rao. So you have written the principal of this school. So the principal of this school is an opposition. Mr. KJ Rao is subject, main subject, and you have introduced Mr. KJ Rao by using the principal of this school. So the principal of this school is an opposition. The rest will go as usual. Made a splendid speech. Mao Zedong, the greatest Chinese revolutionary soul, has dedicated his 56 years of 83 in building the Communist Party of China. Mao Zedong, a person of China, and you have introduced him as a great Chinese revolutionary soul. So the great Chinese revolutionary soul is an opposition. Is it clear or a little bit problem, students?
Sir, please explain again.
Okay, let me take some another example. First, you give me any subject. Tell any subject as your choice. Give any subject, any noun.
Mountain.
Mountain. Suppose you have written the mountain and you put a comma and explain it. How did you explain it? The only mountain in India or the largest mountain or the largest landscape of India. So you are briefly elaborating your subject by using very simple word like the principal of this school, the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India. So what is the Prime Minister of India?
Apposition.
Opposition.
Apposition.
Mr. Nitish Kumar, the Chief Minister of Bihar. What is the Chief Minister of Bihar? Opposition.
Opposition. Opposition.
Manas, the monitor of my class. What is the monitor of my class?
Opposition.
Opposition.
So you may use another noun with your subject, that is called opposition. Or you may use it also after object. I have not taken that, but you may use the same opposition even after object. For example, I like Amitabh Bachchan, the Bollywood star. So what is the Bollywood star?
Opposition.
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 Now I should hope that is it clear?
Opposition. Yes, sir.
Good.
सर इसमें एग्जांपल में अब्स्ट्रैक्ट नाउन का लीजिए एक
Abstract noun.
yes
For example, you give me an example.
kindness
Highness,
kindness
kindness. Suppose you written the kindness, comma, only quality I have, or only quality.
yes sir
Then you simply again put the comma. Is known to all people. Is required
Yes,
for
sir.
all people. Actually, a position is not something a special thing. Just you are explaining the same thing that you have used as a subject. The pandemic is also an abstract noun. The pandemic, most vicious in the world, is just spreading now. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So here is the exercise that you may do. You will have to use Shinzo Abe after preposition, love as a subject, Zurich as an object, Milan after preposition. And when you are using Zurich as an object, means make yourself ensured that you are using it just after verb, not after preposition. Pain as a complement, it will come after gerund as well. The Himalayas as a subject, the chairperson of this institution as a position. I think you may use it. Race after preposition, noun as an object, the Prime Minister of India as a complement. So how much time will you take?